Welcome back to part two. I was talking about Mark Williams Thomas in what he says there's more to come in the Jay Slater case. But you would have thought by now that something would have come out about Mark Thomas confirming that Jay Slater was at the Airbnb. Still to this day, so many months on, we're into a new year now, and it tells me that still nothing concrete to say he was actually there. I do believe that the Maruba was part of Jay disappearing and being on the Maruba. For how long, we really don't know. We could have been on there for a while before they decided to get him back and put him into the ravine. But I think that's why it actually costs a lot of money by the people involved. They wanted to do that, and I do think that a part of the GoFundMe that was set up in the early days was for his body to actually be released. I truly believe that. There are a lot of going-ons with Abe's story and his events, which are very I we did see him on the Central podcast, where I think we never really got anything new from him, and I didn't expect to. It was very sort of downbeat, although I knew it. I had to watch it just to see whether I can actually pick it apart, to be honest with you. But a lot of it was waffle. Many content creators said the same. They didn't get anything from it which was beneficial to really finding what happened to Jay Slater. I do think Abe is the front man for discussing on behalf of Brandon, Lucy and Brad. And obviously the questions that slews were asking is, why didn't Brad come out earlier? Where was he for the first, for the 12 days? And apparently it was, he said that, to the news that Debbie and Warren wanted him to come out and actually say something about it. And why was he able to help carry the coffin? And why was Lucy Maylor and Brandon Hodges, or whatever his name is, had not been allowed into the wake? Is it because of other people question them, or did Debbie knew that it was Brandon and Lucy's fault why Jay passed, and basically they couldn't get him back but tried? Did Brad tell his mum everything, and this is why he got a pass, because he told Debbie the truth straight away? That's a possibility. I do think that they're not as friendly now, all of them, as they once was, because there's pressure on them. There really is. It's said that Lucy had been back in Tenerife. She's been spotted in different places all over the UK as well. She's still sort of going out there and doing her thing. Abe still travelling. Was said to be in Aberdeen, which we're really looking at it, and we've got more than 2 people on the ground and businesses there that are helping us, to be honest with you, which is really good. And we're still looking for answers. I think we'll get them. I'm not just gonna give up and let things die. Also, Ali is still talking to a lot of people. She's still putting the efforts in, which are considerable. We're not going to get everything right, people, but what we are going to do, if there's valuable information, and even if it's snippets, I'm still going to put it out there and support the channel. So I just want to ask the public where we are on basically what you think that Mark Williams Thomas has got more concrete evidence on Jay being at the Airbnb. I don't think he was ever there. If he was, he wasn't alive. That's my honest truth. But there's so much fake photos, setups that makes we have to force Jay to be at that Airbnb, but there's no pictures of him. That's not his hand with a cigarette in his hand. That's not his feet. With the trainers, and I just don't believe it was him. The first thing you do is say, "Hey, mum, dad, look at me. I'm in this. I'm at the beautiful Masca Mountains." You take a photo with your friends or on yourself. It was the most off-key thing I've ever seen, and like I said, the papers, the tabloids just went along with it. That this was one of the last photos of him at the Airbnb. It just doesn't make sense to me how people can actually believe that and put the case to bed. We can have Jay Slater falling off a mountain, because it just doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't sit right. It doesn't sit right with my heart. It doesn't seem to sit right with my mind as well. We got a bit of a battle on our hands before the final conclusion that Jay had an accident and fell. I don't think it should be left at that at all. At the end of the day, it really shouldn't. Yeah, we know Masca's a dangerous place, but would he go hours on end and climb those massive it's just far-fetched to me that anyone would do that in a state of mind, no water, and nobody saw him. I done a video the other day where there were hundreds of people out early on in the morning, and no one ever come across them or reported him to the police that he seemed a bit lost, needed water. Nobody said something. This is really, really bizarre. And like I said, why haven't we've got cameras out there, police cameras out there, CCTV. Why wasn't any of this stuff? And like I said, were those cars that we believe Aya was in and Lucy was in, were they trying to set up a scene or make sure his phone and the ping was there? It just seems very, 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 very suspicious. And I do believe that the Guardia Civil know a lot more at the end of the day, because I think this was over rugs. I think it was played down to bit, and it was played that it was Jay's own fault. And your Lucys, your Brandons, they're all hoping that this goes away and there's nothing to worry about. That's what they're hoping, so they can go back into society and hope everyone's forgetting about. But their names, their faces are out there, and I'm sure the police will be looking at them. Maybe not even if they get away with this. I'm sure somewhere along they'll be pulled in to other things as well. Just because things have gone quiet, I don't think this is over by a mile, people. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment. And like I said, it's going to be interesting, I think, the next month or two to really, really sort of put this case to bed. But we need more answers, and we need more information coming in. Timeline is very, very important. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment, and thank you very much for all your support. Appreciate you.